Hello and welcome back to the Southeast Asian Women's Basketball League right here. It's the pre-SEA Game Tunes-Up held in Singapore at the Toa Payoh Sports Hall right here. It's been raining all day, so we hope that you guys are staying dry at home or, you know, brave the rain, come down to the Toa Payoh Stadium and join us here for this upcoming game between the Harimau Malaysia as well as the Indonesia elite team. Now, Brian, tell us a little bit about what happened yesterday for these two teams.
I think the first game has a little bit of a new season jitters. You know, Indonesia elite came out a little bit short compared to the Snipers yesterday with the final score of 57-77. A score that's very surprising for a lot of viewers at home, I'm sure, for all you fan base back in Indonesia. This was a replay of last year's finals. You remember the last game, down to the wire, last final shot coming in from Adelaide Wongso Harjo, but different result this year with the big win for Snipers to start things off this season. But that is already swept under the rug. You know, great game yesterday. Big numbers being put up by none other than Lum Tapang, someone that is not unfamiliar to the people back in Indonesia.
Definitely not.
And then another story for the Malaysia Tigers, doing much better compared to last season. They already have one win under their belt. Last season they only had one win. And then yesterday's score was 46-57, a pretty sounding win against their neighboring country, Singapore Lions. And break numbers being put up with 10 points and 6 rebounds by Kalaimati Ranjintiran. Now, a lot of viewers from the Indonesian fan base might think that Kalaimati is an import. You know, she's not originally from Malaysia, but I can guarantee you right here at this live stream brought to you by our media coverage partner, Court Divas, that Kalaimati Ranjitiran, the native from Johor, is indeed 100% Malaysian. So, rumors out. No more rumors that Kalaimati is an import, that she is actually from Papua descent that has gone so many years within the Indonesian community. So it's going to be interesting once again to see these two teams maybe put up a much closer fight compared to yesterday's game for the Indonesia elite team.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Malaysia started well, but were a little bit inconsistent yesterday against the Singapore Lions, and they have to wipe that inconsistency out of their books tonight because they're facing up against a very good Indonesia elite team in today's game here at the Toa Payoh Stadium.
So a lot of new faces from the both teams as well. You know, faces that you have never seen before in last season. I would say pretty equal. They have a mix of young players and veterans as well. So a lot of things to being picked up here by both teams. A lot of adjustments to be made. This is a pre-SEA Games tune-up season. So a perfect platform for young players and also veterans to actually trying to bring up these young players to get themselves on the same level when they compete competitively at the highest level in the Southeast Asia region.
Yeah, you know, and besides giving those young players chances, you know, it also gives the coaching staff of each team a chance to scout out their opponents. Maybe it's just a little bit, you know, not every coach is going to reveal everything before the SEA Games, but, you know, scout it out a little bit. Let's look at what the opponents are focusing on and, you know, what we should be doing to stop them going into the SEA Games starting from the 5th of May to the 17th of May in Cambodia.
Now, this is the best part of tournament, the players lineup. The one thing that I never personally get to experience, but I am so grateful for all the players that's going to be able to experience this. So definitely we need more going to this for players to get the exposure to feel like an NBA team being called out one at a time and given the equal amount of attention to each other.
But just before that, we'll look at the referees for the game right here today. The crew chief is Chichanok Srisawat from Thailand. The first umpire is Neo Kai Chong from Singapore. And representing Singapore as well is Ong Jin Leong. So very international cast of referees here at the SWBL pre-SEA Games tune-ups here. And we'll see the Indonesia elite come out of their huddle first. And you can see head coach of Indonesia Elite, Sophia Lin, just talking to her players inside the bench. Coach Sophia, coming from Taiwan, originally from Taiwan, has been in charge of this team for about a year plus and has done a really good job with the Indonesian Elite team.
Another legendary player on the coaching staff of the Indonesia Elite team, Wulan. You can see they're not suited up this time, but on the coaching staff, so providing a much-needed experience from her time playing for the national team back in her days for this young team of Indonesia Elite.
Yeah, you know, and you know, talking about head coaches here, we talk about the head coach of Malaysia, Harimau Malaysia, Tracy York. Coach Tracy York, a well-known name here in Singapore. I do remember her being the technical director of the basketball program here in Singapore a while back, and now she is the head coach of the women's team here in Malaysia. So hopefully great things to come for the Malaysian basketball women's team.
Now I like the pickup of Coach Isha being picked up by the Malaysian national team here because she's a very defensive-centric coach. So it's a very good pickup for the national team of Harimau Malaysia for this season. You can see they are doing exactly what is needed on the defensive end with the full court press yesterday against Singapore. So great job for making that adjustment in the coaching staff for Malaysia.
Yeah, no, I do think that Harimau Malaysia's way going forward will be to play the full court press. If the men's team adopt that way, you know, Coach Jeff Vierner's taking the Harimau Malaysia team on the men's side of things. And I think the women's team are trying to adopt a similar concept here as well. Not sure what's causing the delay in the tip-off here. We have been waiting for the players' introductions here. But, you know, let's talk about your expectations for the game going forward, Brian. What do you think? Who's your pick? Who's your favorite for this game here tonight?
It's pretty neck to neck at this point of time. You know, both team has equal amount of new players. We're going to see how that pans out, but my eyes will be on Indonesia Elite for this time around because it's very rare for them to actually lose 2 games in a row. So this is going to be an interesting adjustment being made by the head coach.
So, you know, obviously Malaysia wanting to go on a 2-game winning streak and Indonesia, you know, trying to avoid that 2-game losing streak here. So, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Do leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, the Court Divas, the official media partner for the SWBL here. So as we can see, Harimau Malaysia being invited onto the court right now. Head coach Tracy York, along with her assistant coaches there by her side. Hon Iwern going on to the court right now. And another young player here, Tan Sin Jie and Chia Man Yi coming onto the court. Great utility players as well in Lee Pei Ling. And starter yesterday night, Nikki Saw. Charmaine Oi recently joining the team up after a stint in Singapore, her working here in Singapore. And we can see the starting 5 of the team coming onto the court now. Kalaimati, Nor Izati Yakob here. Number 34, a very interesting, very promising player from Malaysia, Fuki Ki. And veteran point guards and shooting guards there. The 1-2 punch for Malaysia for so long. Chong Ying-yin and Yao Fok Yi.
Very interesting lineup there for the Malaysia Tigers. Very promising as well because everyone has seen pretty much a lot of time on the national level as they face up a very strong Indonesia Elite that's coming right out here with the lineup.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Indonesian Elite team now being announced. Dia Lestari and Agustin Elia coming onto the court. We have Pratita Chita, a 3&D player for the Indonesian Elite. Ayu Sriatar getting her hair pulled there as she comes onto the court. A great big man or big woman for the Indonesian Elite team. Ayu Shriyima as well, a very promising player.
One of the most exciting players on the lineup, Adelaide Wong Soha Jo, very young age, but playing with such experience and aggressiveness as well. She plays very good defense, a lot of steals, always expecting from her. So looking for a lot more playtime for her today against Malaysia.
And we can see the final two 4s and 5s coming out, and Angel Kandra as well as Clarita Antonio, a sweet shooting big woman there. As we would like to invite everyone to join us here as we stand up for the national anthems of both teams here. I do believe it will be the Malaysian team national anthem first.
And now, the national anthem for Malaysia.
It will be the Negara Ku here. And coming up next, the national anthem of the Indonesian. And there you go, as the players will now come to the center of the court to exchange greetings here. Does look like the Harimau Malaysia has a little bit of souvenirs for the Indonesian elite team as they exchange their greetings here. But it will soon not be the case as the ball tips off there. So we have the final look at the referees here. Once again, the crew chief Chittanop Srisawat from Thailand, and their umpires Neo Kai Chong from Singapore, as well as Ong Jin Leong as well from Singapore. And the teams with their final lineups here as we get into this one. This will be a game between the Indonesian elite as well as the Harimau Malaysia team. As we see the crowds, the final crowd falling into the stadium here as they take their seats, getting ready for the tip-off in just about 3 minutes here.
In a very short while, on your screen is going to pop up the starting five for both teams. However, all eyes on the head coach Swbl right now because she is under amount of pressure to try and not to lose the second game in a row for this season against a pretty revamped up Malaysia Tigers team compared to last season.
And as you can see here as well, the head coach of the Harimau Malaysia team, Coach Tracy York, all the way from Australia. She has done a good job leading the team ever since last year, and these players will have more experience under their belt, more familiar with what Coach Tracy York will be looking for in the games. And here you go, Harimau Malaysia going with the starting five of Nikki Saw Wei Yin and Chong Yin Yin at guard spots. Yap Fuk Yi and Fu Sret Ying in a dangerous combination at the forward spots, and Kalai Mati Rajantiran, no surprise there as she's the starting center of Harimau Malaysia. What do you think of the lineup for Harimau Malaysia, Brian?
Oh, it's going to be hard to counter this lineup that's being put up by Indonesia Elite at the guard spot. We got Natania CO Lady at the guard spot. Forward with Henny Sojono, Miss Hustle right there. And Dia Lestari, she had a pretty good three-point shooting performance yesterday, but the interesting adjustment right here at the center position, Ayu Sri Arthur playing the number 5 in today's game. So they're going to play a little bit smaller this time, hoping to push the tempo a little bit more against this Malaysia team.
Yeah, and you know, especially facing up against the high pressing system of Coach Tracy York, as we've seen yesterday night against the Singapore Lions. You know, perhaps Coach Sophia Lian's trying to break that high press using, you know, the speedier lineup of the Indonesian elite team.
Now, yesterday, Harimau Malaysia committed a total of 11 turnovers. They have to be careful a little bit more on that department because every turnover will equal to a second chance points for the opposing team. And Indonesia Elite yesterday capitalizing on second chance points, a total of 12 points from the turnovers of Sniper Thailand. So Sniper Thailand committed a total of 15, and that equals to 12 points. That's going to be a hard hole to dig yourself out of if you're falling down with all those turnovers being converted to second chance points. So that's going to be an interesting way to see how they protect the ball a little bit more against this Indonesia Elite team for the Tigers.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, they really have to improve, especially in terms of the turnovers there. But as the clock buzzer sounds now, the 10 minutes on the clock as both teams will come onto the court in a little bit. The starting five of both teams will come onto the court now for the tip-off. As we can see, the amount of crowd in this Toa Payoh Stadium here is actually significantly more than yesterday night.
We're going to take this time before the tip-off to thank our main sponsors, Mandiri Bank, for the main title sponsor for this season, SWBL 2023. Not forgetting FIBA as well for sanctioning this tournament, making everything possible with the help of Moten, the official game ball.
Yeah, Kalai Mati and Ayu Sriyatar will line up in the center circle for the jump ball. And it immediately will be a jump ball violation there by Ayu Sriyatar, gifting possession to the Indonesian team.
It's going to be interesting to see in the crowd right now. So who are they going to side? If they side against the Malaysia team, it's going to be like a battle of the causeway. But if they side on the Indonesia team, then Malaysia's going to have a problem with the crowd of Singapore right now.
Yeah, that will be an interesting one. But the game gets underway here. Dia Lestari thinking about the three-pointer, maybe following up that performance yesterday.
First traveling violation being called on the floor. A lot of traveling violation being called today.
Not only today, but yesterday as well, traveling violations were an issue here. And Malaysia will get their first offensive possession of the day. Nikki Saw looking for a teammate here. Trying to look for the backdoor cut, but no good there. Indonesian takes over. Ball finds its way to Lady Kalista. Trying to cut to the rim is Sugiono from the corner. Three-pointer is good.
That's always a good sign when Henny Sojono gets off to a shooting start. Yesterday, she finished off with 60% from the field.
Wow, 60%. That's a really good number right there. Malaysia will have to defend that better there. But Yap Fuk Yi will try to put a dent. Kiki. The cross-court pass to Bobo. Bobo takes her time inside the paint, gets her own rebound. Kalai, second jumper, no good. And Kiki, still no good after 3 attempts. Lady flips the ball up in front. Dewa Ayu, sorry. Tries the post move there. Just missing. It's been an up and down first quarter here so far. They find Kalai in the post. Kiki back to Yin Yin, who will get a screen here. Step back jumper by Chong Yin Yin is good for the first basket for Harimau Malaysia.
Things are flowing in the advantage to Malaysia here, as they are yet to miss on the first basket.
Yep. And not exactly going with a full court press here, maybe just 70% there, as they try to take time off the shot clock here. Harimau Malaysia on defense now. And it will be a mid-range jumper for Dia Lestari, not finding the target early here in the game. Good effort there by Kalai, taking it hard to the hole and not getting 2 points to go, but getting the foul instead.
Just a little unlucky there for Ayu, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Couldn't get out of the way of Kalai Mati, shooting 2 shots right now. Yesterday, she finished off at the line, 2 of 2, perfect from the free throw line.
And you know, Kalai has been working on her mid-range shooting, and she's been even talking about, expanding her range, going all the way to the 3-point line in the modern basketball era.
Both free throws good for Kalai Mati, perfect from the free throw line.
Exactly. Lady, nice press break there by Indonesia. Ball swung around to the other side. Netanya CO goes for the layup. A good challenge there by the Harimau Malaysian team. Got to keep up this intensity. And a bad turnover there by Kalai. Couldn't hang on to the ball.
That's the first turnover thus far for Team Malaysia. Yesterday, 11. So hopefully today they're going to do a much better job in reading the defense.
What a move by Adelaide Kalista. Lady tries to get back the ball.
Possession back to Indonesia Elite for another chance on offense. Fresh 14 seconds on the game clock.
Look at what the Indonesian Elite has drawn up on this sideline inbounds. Get the ball to Ayu in the high post. Loses it. And out in transition, it's Chong Yin Yin leading the break and almost finishing there. Great save by Netanya to get the ball.
Wonderful read off the defense right there by Netanya CO, understanding that Yin Yin is a left-hand dribbler. Just waited for the second step to step on in to stop that lay-in.
Yeah, great basketball IQ right there. Nikki Saw slowing the play down, calling something. Bad gamble there by Ayu Siriatar, and Yin Yin, 3-pointer still no good.
A lot of attempts here by Chong Yin Yin. Missed already 3 shots, so 1 out of 3. Still very early in the game to say that it's a bad shot selection.
And an early substitution here for the Harimau Malaysia team. Nikki Saw Yin will sit on the bench, and Tan Sin Jie, a really young player for the Harimau Malaysia, comes onto the court here. Natanya CO, mid-range jumper, finds the bank.
Sinjie getting a little bit more playtime. Yesterday, she only finished the game with only 2 minutes total.
And Yap Fuk Yi with the handoff now over to Fukiki. Sinjie gets the screen, almost lost the ball and does lose it in the end. Kalai 2-on-1 break. Sinjie rushing back, but Lady Kalista will finish under pressure.
Those kind of lay-in for Lady, she will not make any mistake. Just an easy 2-point. She want to stay focused and finish that play. Do not want to waste the effort of a teammate coming off that steal.
Kalai to Sinjie. Sinjie will look for Kiki in the post. Kiki tries a high-low action, throws it away. And ball immediately passed in front. Natanya Claresta, no good. And Sinjie comes back with the rebound. Yin Yin now leading the break for Malaysia. Finds the backdoor cut. Kiki puts it up and is fouled right there, looking for the basket. Almost converting an N1 opportunity there.
Personal foul being called on Adelaide. Picks up her first personal foul. Kiki at the line, shooting 2 yesterday. Not too much of a free throw action for her, but much better than yesterday. Yesterday she had none at all at the charity stripe, but today playing a little bit more aggressive to draw that foul to send herself to the charity stripe.
Yeah, you know, Brian, especially being a post player, you want to be able to draw these fouls. She's got to learn how to draw them and then knock them down. Kiki, first one is good from Fu Kiki. Sporting the number 24 jersey for Harimau Malaysia. Trying to bring them within 1 point of the Indonesian elite team. Second is good as well. Stays perfect from the line. Will come off the court for Lee Pei Ling now. So early substitutions for Harimau Malaysia.
Pei Ling has been the X factor for Harimau Malaysia thus far, although she has a low scoring game, but she does all the dirty work. She boxes out, she goes for the steal. She's always there for the help side. Just a little unlucky off that personal foul being committed against Harimau Malaysia.
And the personal foul will go on number 1, Tan Sin Jie, as she gets subbed out of the game for Nikki Saw again. So Coach Tracy York just trying to find the right balance here of offense and defense, as Chia Man Yi will check onto the court as well. 3-pointer by Dia Lestari. Unable to continue that shooting performance from yesterday. Good job by Nikki Saw to get out of traffic there. Lee Pei Ling to Kalai. Mid-range jumper, no good. Indonesia on offense. So Giono drives all the way to the basket and draws that foul right there. I think it will go on Kalai Mati.
Henny Sojourno shaking off yesterday's jitters. Today playing much more aggressive, being a little bit more brave, driving into the lane. Although they have a much taller Kalai Mati, but no problem at all. That's a great job in putting herself at the line.
Yeah, you know, working your way to the charity stripe is always a great thing for any team here, as you get easy points. But Henny Sojourno makes the first free throw, second one to come. A weird routine here. And knocks down the second one as well. Malaysia back on the attacking end. Nikki looking for the backdoor cut. Good denial there by Lady Callista.
She has clearly done her homework. She has went through the film, you know, exactly know the set play, how Malaysia is running, and to stop that play from Yap Fok Yi. Great shooter. Wonderful IQ basketball right there by Lady.
And this time a backdoor cut here by Indonesia, taking a page out of Malaysia's book to get the lead up to 5 for Indonesia Elite.
After missing 2 shots in a row, Nathaniel Cole gets herself a basket. That has got to feel good for her.
Monyi driving middle will try the cross-court pass. Nikki Saw thought about the tree. Will be up to Bobo to create here. And she throws it out of bounds. Chia Man Yi unable to corral that long pass.
Here comes the countdown. That's turnover number 2 already thus far for Malaysia Tigers.
And not a great performance here by Malaysia to start the game. 6-11 is the current score. About 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Indonesia Elite. Dia Lestari 3-pointer. Well, we talked about her not shooting well to start the game, but apparently found a stroke there.
Previous game, she knocked down a total of 3 3-pointers, shooting 75% from downtown, so that's a good start for Dia Lestari.
An up and under move there, no good for Charmaine Oi. And Nikki tried to gamble for a steal that almost got it to pay off. Will be a 3 for Lady Callista, no good. And Ayu Sriyata with the hustle.
Timeout being called here from the Tigers. So 1 minute to discuss strategy for both coaches.
14-6 is the score at the moment. Brian, what do you think that the Harimau Malaysia is lacking to start the game here?
I think they're doing pretty well in protecting the ball, just a little bit, I would say not finding the right person at the right time, not really driving the ball as much into the lane. So the defense of the Indonesia Elite is not collapsing. As you can see, a lot of backdoor cut, a lot of off-ball movement is being made by the Indonesia Elite team. They're playing the same style of defense. However, why is the offense clicking a little bit more for the Indonesia team right now is because that defense is collapsing for every backdoor cut, off-ball movement, and also even if you're on the ball, you're driving into the paint, what we call paint touches. So that is something that's lacking in the Tigers team right now. So they need to actually find that right person that has the right mindset to actually be daring to drive into the paint to try and collapse that defense.
Yeah, that's great analysis there. The paint touch is definitely something that Harimau Malaysia has to improve on, and Indonesia Elite has been doing well so far in this game. As the buzzer sounds and we look for both teams to come on back onto the court here. We'll look to see a more improved performance, hopefully, from the Harimau Malaysia team.
So Augustine coming back onto the court once again for Indonesia Elite for the first time. Last game, she had 19 minutes of playtime total.
Yeah, that's a 5-for-5 sub for the Indonesia Elite here, as a Pratita Chita tries to get herself on track after not a great performance yesterday. Pei Ling puts the ball on the floor, finds Nikki. And some motion here by the Harimau Malaysia team. Draws the foul there as he drove to the rim.
Foul being called on number 13. That's Uni Anggrani picking up her first personal foul with very, very less minutes just being injected onto the court and pick up her first.
Yeah, exactly. And Nikki Saw looking for the ball again. We get it back up top. Cross-court pass. Charmaine Oei tries that three. And Chia Man Yi gets fouled on the putback attempt there.
Now this is going to be interesting to see the referee. Who is it going to be penalized on? Number 2. So Uni Anggrani escapes this time with the foul. Foul is being called against Augustine to pick up her first. Now it kind of looked like a little bit on the replay that the foul is committed by Uni Anggrani, but she was so lucky to not pick up her second.
Exactly. And just a lot of hands in there, and sometimes just gotta pray to the gods to be lucky here. Chia Man Yi, typically a pretty good 3-and-D player back in Malaysia, but struggling to hit her free throws here in this one. 2 misses there out of 2 attempts. Karen to Elia. Elia almost throws it away, does so now. Malaysia in transition. Kiki. No good there. Great defense by Clarita Antonio. Elia looking ahead. Finds Pratita Chita. Pratita back to Elia. And a foul call here. Ball will stay with Indonesia.
Loose ball foul call against Magdalene Low. Picks up her first personal foul coming off the bench for Tigers today. Magdalene last game finished off with no points thus far, but she has 1 assist. So it's all about the off-ball contribution at times. You know, it's not all about the scoring. It's a team game, so every role has its importance.
Kiki almost losing sight of Karen right there. But a traveling call as Kiki stays strong in the post there. Will be sideline inbounds here for Harimau Malaysia. Both teams not scoring after the timeout here. Izati loses the ball out of bounds, but it came off an Indonesian player.
Izati coming off the bench this time. You know, usually she's always the starting 5 when she's playing a national league. Just a little bit interesting on the rotation that Tracy York has in play here to try and surprise the very well-prepared Indonesia Elite team.
Izati back on the ball, will get that screen. Hon Iwan has been working on her 3-point shot. Couldn't get it to go there. And Indonesia Elite in the semi-transition here. Pratita Chita with the open tree, knocking it down, extending the lead.
Looking way better compared to yesterday. Cheetah did not have any attempts from the three-point line, so opening up for her scoreboard this round is really a good sight.
Backdoor cut there from Magdalene Lau, finds Kiki as she can't finish under the rim again. Being pressured a little bit too much there. And a long pass by Indonesia doesn't find its target there as they turn the ball over.
The Merpati connection not good on that one. Wi-Fi password is wrong. Throws it out of bounds, pass too strong. Cheetah trying to chat up a little bit on Augustine and trying to adjust a little bit.
Yep, Izati almost committing that traveling violation there, but it will be Bobo here. And a lot of hands-off action. And a blocking foul on Priscilla Karen.
Now, one of the players that's very interesting this season is Priscilla Karen. I remember that she used to be way bigger and she has lost a ton of weight. She's moving a little bit faster and doing exactly what a coach always requires her to do. A very easy to coach player on the court. Priscilla Karen, a lot of people has been doubting her skill set, but right now she had great contribution in the previous match against the Thailand team yesterday. Come off the bench, she was perfect from the free throw line. She was shooting 3 out of 8 from the field, 8 points, 5 rebounds. That's good numbers in a little less than 19 minutes of playtime.
Yeah, I like what I've seen out of her. And Harimau Malaysia struggling to knock down their freebies here. But Priscilla Karen, you know, a great aggressive offensive player, does a little bit of the dirty work on the defensive end as well, can handle the ball a little bit, willing to share the ball. And Elia called for a traveling violation there. Once again, the non-pivot foot lifting up first.
It's always so much clearer when you watch on the instant replay on the slow-mo especially. We have the luxury to do that behind the screen,
exactly.
But big ups to the referee.
Bobo with a pick and roll, can't get the mid-range jumper to go. Indonesia again pushing the pace. Karen will find Angel. Elia into the paint, a reverse layup by Angel, no good.
You can see that today Augustine is playing a little bit more comfortable compared to yesterday. It's a very different style of play. An offensive foul call away from the ball action. Kalai and Augustine got tangled up right there. Both players going to the ground.
Yeah, and a bit of a scare for Agustin Elia right there as the bigger Kalai Mati just fell straight onto her.
I like this adjustment that's being made by the Indonesia Elite team. You know, different playing style. They have more dribblers on the court starting off this game, which consists to this lead that they are handling right now.
And there are just about 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Elia to Cheetah. And into the post to Angel there. Ball tied up and it will be jump ball. Ball goes Malaysia way. A little bit of veteran experience from Izati there.
Wow, you get hounded by 2 players. Like, do you give up or do you continue to fight? Apparently, that's great job by Angel, not giving up. You know, she still has her palm strongly gripped onto the ball, not letting it go with dear life.
Yeah. Remember, similar scene in the previous game as well, with Charmaine C holding on to the ball. She fell to the floor. Kiki thought about the tree. Nikki will fire. Challenged and no good there. 17-6 will be the final score in this quarter. Indonesia chugging along as Malaysia struggling to score a little bit here. What do you think of the first quarter?
I think Malaysia Tigers is playing a little bit too conservative. You know, they're holding back on their shots. They're thinking too much when they're doing their passes. They have players running up and down the court, off ball, on ball as well. It's just that slight few seconds of hesitation whenever they do their offense is the thing that's hindering them right now. And of course, the Indonesia team just doing it.
Cepat cari perempuannya di sugar?
And just like that, the end of the first quarter. Wow, time is really flying with great matches upon us. Score is 6-17. Man, Malaysia is scratching their heads right now on what's going on, because they probably are also like us trying to figure out what actually went wrong in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the turnover department, both teams are equal at 7 at the time being. Both teams also have 3 steals each. And the lead changes has already made 3 times. But now Indonesia Elite is holding on to this lead heading into the second quarter. Top performer right now with 5 points is Henny Suciono, team captain of the Elite team. Perfect from the field thus far and perfect from the charity stripe.
Yeah, you know, one thing that pops out on the stat sheet here in the first quarter is the points from turnovers. Indonesia Elite scoring 10 points off the Harimau Malaysia 7 turnovers, whereas Indonesia Elite 7 turnovers led to no points scored for the Harimau Malaysia team. So perhaps pushing the pace of the game by Indonesia Elite was a good strategy there in the first quarter. So we'll look at what Coach Tracy York has lined up for us here in this second quarter. 17-6, 11-point deficit here. Nikki Saw strips the ball out of the hands of Pratita Chita, and Fu Kiki takes advantage there.
Fu Shuet-yin finished the game with 7 points last day and 3 rebounds, 2 coming in from the offensive end.
Dangerous pass there, trying to go over the heads of everyone else to Pratita Chita there, but great awareness by Kalaimati there. And when you have a girl that tall, you don't want to throw it above her.
Yeah, especially going against a zone defense like that. When you have Kalai down at the low block, you do not want to hoist up a cross-court pass just like that. It's going to be an easy steal.
Exactly. Elya goes into the post to Angel Chandra, and will be a defensive foul by Magdalene Lau.
Now the new rule of the FIBA, you have to stay off the cylinder when the attacking player has the ball in her hands. You have to allow her a little bit of room to operate. As you can see, a hand check by Magdalene there, easily being called by the referee that's standing right in front of her.
So it will be a baseline inbounds here for Indonesia Elite. And the hug there by Nikki Saw. Not missed by the referee, as he calls a blocking foul there for the Indonesia Elite team. So 2 quick fouls for Harimau Malaysia. Pratita Chita to Karen. Oh, a great fake there and knocking it down. A shifty move there by Priscilla Karen.
See, this is what we're talking about. Priscilla Karen is a big man, but with a little guard skill.
A guard born in the big man's body there, as Kalai tries to drive to the rim. Wanting to find the handoff there. Gets it knocked out of bounds.
That is the same defensive play that is being implemented by the Indonesia Elite. Remember the previous play, Kalai tapped it out of the cross-court pass. This is the same done by Clarita Antonio. So both teams are playing zone, so if you do the same pass, you're going to get the same outcome.
Exactly, and you got to know that if you go overhit there on the pass, it will take longer. So nice pass there by Kiki. Chong Yin knocking down the 3-pointer. She's the top scorer of the game now.
A little fist pump there. That basket has to feel good as it drops down into the net for Chong Yin.
Oh, a little bit of a closing the gate there by Magdalene Lau, but she will pick up, I believe, what will be her 3rd foul of the game.
A little frustrated with the way that she's playing right now, especially on the defensive end. You can see a little shout there just to show off a little bit of frustration as she walks back to the bench.
So yet another sideline inbounds opportunities for the Indonesia elite team here. Pratita Chita will inbound the ball, looking for Agustin Elia. Oh, up fake there by Priscilla Karen, knocking it down and one.
Remember what we said, Karen has done her part, everything, rebounding, offense, hit fake, with a shimmy shake previous play that sent the crowd oohs and ahs, and now with the N1 sending herself to the charity stripe. Priscilla Karen, perfect from the free throw line in the previous match, getting her first shot of the night from the charity stripe.
Converts the old-fashioned three-point play right there. And Harimau Malaysia thought they were back in the game. Will suffer a setback here. Nikki, nice dribble there. Cross-court pass to Kiki, fires the three. Can't get it to go, way off right there. Elia pushing the pace again, looking for Priscilla Karen, and she's disappointed there.
Story of the night, traveling calls. Now, as a referee, I think they're going to lose a little bit of energy just calling all these traveling calls. It has been like we would rate like this is the #1 top violation of this league thus far.
Exactly, and you know, this league really prepares the player there for what's going to come in the SEA Games here.
I think we're going to do a little statistic on the calls that's being made by the referee.
Violations?
I would say probably an averaging of 8 traveling violations per game. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good stat to take note of.
We cover stats from everything. We can even cover the stats of average water bottle being consumed by a team per game.
So we'll have a chance to see the baseline inbounds here for Harimau Malaysia, almost with the 5-second violation there. Looking for a cutter, and Indonesia will force the turnover and almost committing one of their own there.
Player of the match from the previous game, Kalaimati, almost came up with the steal. They're just lucky that she couldn't control that ball on that interception.
Exactly. So Indonesia will get back on the offensive end right here. Passing the ball, trying to break the zone defense by Harimau Malaysia. Chong Yin Yin will deflect that out of bounds. And 4 seconds on the shot clock. Will not be able to convert here.
The turnovers is stacking up against the Indonesia elite team.
And both teams have been playing really good defense here. The scoring, not really a high scoring game here, with 22-11 being the score right now. Pei Ling gets a screen from Kalai. We'll pass it on to Yin Yin. Yin Yin looking to drive left. Gets it stolen away. Read well there by Agustin Elia. Up fake. No good there. And Harimau Malaysia will slow things down a little bit here. 2-guard lineup for Harimau Malaysia. Izati and Yin Yin. Kalai will get it to Pei Ling. Pei Ling thought about the pass inside. Pick and roll now on the strong side. And a foul will be called.
Here we go again. Cylinder. If you have your hand on the hips of a attacker with the ball in her hand, it's going to be an automatic foul call by the referee. New 5 coming in for Indonesia Elite.
And Ai Shoima getting her first game time today. And this is a very tall lineup for Indonesia here.
And very versatile as well, because all players can play all 5 different positions. It's going to be a dangerous lineup here.
Almost read by Natania Orville. And Yin Yin will put it up among the traffic. Natania Orville leading the break for Indonesia Elite now. Lady Kalista, good ball movement, finds Shoima. Can't get the three-pointer to go, just a little bit short. Bobo looking for the screen. There you go. Pei Ling trying to drive all the way to the rim. Izati, wise move there to dribble it off the foot of a defender.
Foul call penalized on Adelaide Wongso Harjo, picking up her second personal foul. So very, very versatile play up right here. So it's going to be interesting to see who actually handles the ball and who's the first option to score.
But like you said, very versatile lineup, switching on the defensive side of the ball. And on offense, Dewa Ayu. Ayu up and under, no good. Grabs her own offensive board. Finds an open shooter. Still no good on the shot. Third opportunity for the Indonesia elite team. And a traveling violation, so not great offense here. Shoyima with the traveling violation.
You know, they have a little help on the technical team right there. After that lay-in by Ayu Sriata, it was all board but no rim. However, the shot clock reset it for 14. And then I guess it's an eye for an eye, and then being called by the referee for a traveling violation.
An eye for an eye. Ball don't lie. And holding foul there on Lee Pei Ling there, trying to get aggressive. A good seal by the Malaysian player, and Shoyima gets called for the foul yet again.
First foul on ice, national champion for Jawa Timur in PON 2022. Many different calls up for the national team, and finally getting her playtime here with the national team.
Handoff there by Kalai. Lee Pei Ling trying to drive inside. There will be an open shot there for Oipoyi. And flipping the ball ahead, Natanya CO finishes on the break.
The fast break is working right now for Indonesia Elite, and a quick timeout being called by Tracy York here to stop the game, to try and not let this lead run out of control for the Malaysia Tigers.
That's the first basket scored in a while for both teams here. Both teams playing great defense, and all it took was a touchdown pass from the Indonesia elite team to open up the scoring again. So we'll see what Tracy York has to say to the Malaysian team right now in the huddle. Take a look at these highlights.
Song request number 3, Zero So Perfect by 5 seconds of summer. And the message is Jiami. Alright, you can send your song request to tinyurl.com/SEAWPL.
So 1 minute is up. The coaches has had their say in the team huddle there, and Coach Tracy York definitely not an happy coach here, not happy with the effort her team is putting right now. After having a fairly bright start to the game, has kind of slowed down the momentum a little bit for Harimau Malaysia. And in my opinion, Harimau Malaysia has got to start to use their size a little bit, go down to Kalai in the post, but it's hard to do so when you're up against zone defense of Indonesia Elite.
Charmaine Uipoyi comes back into the national team's lineup and getting a much valuable playtime. Last game, she did not play much. She only had a couple minutes to play, trying to get herself back into competition form. It's really great to see her on the court suiting up for the Malaysia team.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, always good to see new talents here for the Harimau Malaysia team. Izati, a veteran talent here for Malaysia. Manyi driving middle, will get the shot up and banks it in.
Chia Manyi did not score in the previous game, so that basket makes her first score of this season.
It does look like the Indonesia elite team is trying to hunt out the slower Kalai Mati here, but did not work for them on that previous possession. Izati finds Kalai, gets the ball knocked out of her hands.
Now you can see smiles on Natanya Cohen and also Ayu's face, because they know that they should have gotten that ball, but it's just a little bit too strong for them to corral.
Exactly, and Kalai in the post again. Manyi has the ball up top, has got to fire there, can't hesitate. Kalai will fire, and it's good on the mid-range jumper.
Kalai Mati showing off a dominance on the low block. They have to do a much better job in sealing her off and not giving her those kind of easy shots.
Almost an ankle breaker there by Natanya CO. Dewa Ayu will work from the post. Left hand finish, no good. Izati will push the pace on a 4-on-3 break here. Kalai goes to the corner. Oipo Yi, no good on the shot. Oh, Izati with the great effort on the second attempt. And Charmaine Ui will go to the line.
Foul called on number 1. Dia Lestari being penalized with the shooting foul. Now, it kind of looked like Ayu was in the way. However, the call is being called on number 1 instead of number 9. So first personal foul for Dia Lestari as Charmaine goes to the line for 2 shot.
Yeah, I want to point out there that, Izati Jakob, the smallest player on the floor, got a hand on that offensive rebound, tipping the ball to a teammate there, allowing Charmaine to earn these 2 free throws here.
Yesterday, Indonesia Elite also struggled a little bit on the defensive department, allowing a total of 10 offensive rebound against the Sniper Elite team.
Izati yet again coming up with the offensive board. And Chia Yi driving. That's her second layup here in as many minutes. As Malaysia closes the lead down to 6 now.
She's getting a lot of confidence. That's back-to-back basket already for Chia Yi, coming from 0 point yesterday and already 4 points for today.
Exactly, great defense there. Kalai Mati again getting beat on the dribble. Indonesia thought about the shot. Dia Lestari, no good. Kalai will get down with the rebound and now get down the court. Charmaine Ui, ball on the wing, looking for a cutter. Will try the cross-court pass. Manyi trapped and stepped on the sideline there, out of bounds.
That was a good seal-out defense there with the drive on down to the baseline. Lady closes out, understanding she has nowhere to go, did not go for the steal, being really patient and just allowing Manyi to just do the turnover by herself.
Yeah, great discipline there by Lady Kalista. As Malaysia goes with the full court press again, we'll go with a man-to-man defense on this trip here. Natanya CO almost losing the ball. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Dia Lestari, long tree, no good. Go back into Dia. Dia working her way in the post. Airballs that post move. Draws the foul this time. So, tough one there, as the ball does not touch the rim.
Good hustle play here by Dia Lestari. She did not give up on the play. Gets her own rebound, goes right back up once again. That's going to be an easy draw there to send her to the 2 shots uncontested at the charity stripe.
Dia Lestari had a good shooting performance yesterday from deep. And doing well as well in this one. But is a big body that can bang down low as well. Ayu Sriyatar and Henny Sugiono gets ready for to grab the offensive boards. But Dia Lestari says no need for that. He'll knock down 2 for 2 at the line. Malaysia, Nikki Saw trying to dribble past the press, gets it deflected. Kiki secures the loose ball. Great ball movement by Malaysia, but even better defense by Indonesia.
Referee points it back to the possession of the Tigers team, so they will get another chance on the offense. 14 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of time to make something happen here.
A simple play here. Getting the ball inbounds. Chia Yi will get a screen. Trying to look for the roller there. And Lee Pei-Ling firing. A rainbow tree is good.
Lee Pei-Ling definitely getting things clicking here in this match. Last match, she finished off with 2 points, and now she already has a 3 from downtown.
Natanya CO rushing that short jumper there. And Ayu, good deflection to stop the transition there.
Ayu Sriyatar, a very familiar face for the national team of Indonesia. She has played numerous 3x3 style basketball, so this is a big adjustment for her to learn the game of 5-on-5.
And Harimau Malaysia back on offense right now. Fukiki faking out Ayu Sriyatar. Malaysia trying to find the open man. No good by Nikki Saw there, being double teamed. And foul called on the floor for Chia Yi.
Here comes the slow-mo replay once again. Natania Cole hounded by 2 Harimau Malaysia players. Referee did not make any mistake, but Tracy just had her hands on her head. You can see the frustration. Just unbelievable call right there in her books.
Exactly.
As she tried to go down to the half-court line, try to protest to the referee a little bit as Natania goes to the line for 2.
Yep, and even making things even worse is that this foul will send Natania CO to the line. Not someone you want to send to the line. A good shooter there for Indonesia.
Natania knocks down the first free throw yesterday. She was perfect from the line, so trying to keep that momentum going.
And good from the line as well on the second attempt. Puts Indonesia back up by 7. Nikki Saw has her head up, defended by Ayu Sriyatar. Ayu keeping Nikki out at the half-court line. Nikki looking for a play here. Gets the ball knocked out of hands. Kalai's got a fire. Good cut there by Man Yi. And stepped out of bounds again there. Just couldn't get the ball in control.
Just as the bench of the Tigers team was about to applaud that marvelous pass. Great look there by Kalai Mati, but just a little unlucky, not aware of the footing, steps out of bounds.
Oh, what a block right there by Nikki Saw-Wei-Yin. Thrown off course by the pass, but recovered well.
Didn't give up on that play, stayed with it, went and counted 1, 2, and swatted it out of bounds.
Great chase down block there by Nikki Saw-Wei-Yin. Will prompt a timeout here for the teams to talk it over in the team huddle there. We take a look at some of these highlights. Harimau Malaysia playing much better in this second quarter here. Take a look at more of these highlights here. Man Yi has been instrumental here in their second quarter run. 1 assist and 2 buckets so far. Playing well on the defensive end as well. And then Lee Pei Ling contributing with that 3-pointer. And this highlight of the ball, getting the crowds off their seats here at the Toa Payoh Stadium. Do come on and join us down here at the Toa Payoh Stadium. We still have one more game of action tomorrow where Malaysia will take on the Thailand Sniper team as well as the home team, the Singapore team, taking on the Indonesia Elite tomorrow here as well. So do come down here and join us live at the Toa Payoh Stadium. The game gets set to resume here. 50 seconds left in the first half.
So same 5 before the timeout will resume right after the timeout for both teams. Not much changes. They're going to try and run it back and finish off this final 50 seconds of play.
So Kalai would defend the inbounder here. Lady Kalista has the speed over Kalai. Puts it up but misses there. Good defense by Malaysia. Kiki throws it off the back of Kalai there. But it will be Indonesia with an attacking possession again here. 3-pointer by Indonesia, no good. And Ayu Sriyatar comes up with the second chance bucket there.
That is one of the many offensive rebounds that she has corralled for the Indonesia Elite team thus far for Ayu. So great job for head coach Sophia putting her in playing the number 5 spot today.
Harimau Malaysia spacing the floor well, denying Kalai as she rolled to the basket there. And Natania CO getting hit in transition there. Ayu Sriyatar puts it up. Last second prayer there, no good. And 30-21 will be the final score at the end of this first half. Here, both teams return to their benches. We'll take a preview. What do you think will happen in the second half here?
Now you have to stay tuned to find out what's going to happen in the second half. But for now, we want you to just enjoy this highlight that's brought to you by Mandiri Bank here. This tight game, not too far apart. A lot of things can happen still between the Malaysia Tigers and Indonesia Elite.
Is your child scared of public speaking?
Boost their confidence and help them speak well at Speech Academy Asia. Our locations are... Call us for a free trial now.
Is your child scared of public speaking?
Boost their confidence and help them speak well at Speech Academy Asia. Our locations are... Call us for a free trial now.
Ketemu lagi sama Livia. Nah, dia lagi miss banget nih sama fitur baru di Livin by Mandiri. Livin suka. Mau cek mutasi rekening, sekalian nyari destinasi keren buat healing. Abis investasi, langsung bisa beli voucher game biar mabar makin yoi. Abis top up e-wallet, bisa top up kuota streaming drakor tanpa ribet. Kelar transfer, bisa cus beli tiket konser. Dengan fitur baru, Livin Suka, kamu makin bisa suka-suka tanpa pindah aplikasi sini-situ. Livin Suka, bikin yang kamu suka jadi makin easy.
So welcome back to the live stream here. You're watching the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League held right here at the Toa Payoh Stadium. This is a game between the Indonesia elite team as well as Harimau Malaysia. Brian, do talk us through some of the halftime stats. How's the team doing so far?
Both teams has given their all, they're doing all they can based on what their coaches are trying to make adjustment to. However, the score is favoring the Indonesia elite at the time being. You can see on the score 21-30. What they have done best thus far is rebounding, 25-20. They out-rebound the Malaysia team with 5 rebounds. 10 coming from the offensive end. Harimau Malaysia has 0 offensive rebounds, so that is a good job in the defensive department for the Indonesia elite team going into the first half. Coming right out from the get-go, they understood the assignment that's being assigned by the head coach. And then the big performance by Natalia CO, just playing really aggressive, shooting 37% from the line, and also perfect from the free throw line, going with 1 assist and 2 steals for the team.
Wow, that's great analysis there, statistics on the field. But the most important score, or most important statistics here is the total points. And Indonesia elite with 30 points so far, 3-0 as well. But the Harimau Malaysia team lagging behind by 9, 21 points for them on the scoreboard. And we will go to Brian again.
This is interesting right now, going into the second half of the adjustment that's going to be played by the Harimau Malaysia. How are they going to overcome this problem? Is it their defense or is it their offense? Because right now, offensively, I don't think so. It's such a big problem, but their turnover is 14 for the Tigers in the first half.
The turnover battle, something to be aware of there. As you can see, there are very similar numbers here for the Indonesia elite team. But 14-11 will be that final score there for that category. But Indonesia elite 7 for 7 from the free throw line, whereas the Harimau Malaysia only 5 for 10 there, and both teams struggling again to shoot it from deep.
I think I'm not sure if it's the venue or is it just because maybe the lighting a little bit, because all teams thus far is actually quite struggling from downtown range. Percentage has been below 40%, I would say, in order to be able to compete with teams like Korea in a much bigger stage as ASEAN game. I'm sure the Indonesian team has played many times against Korea as well. So if they are shooting at such a percentage against a team like that, that's very troubling. And then
It definitely is, especially not just against the South Korean team, but any team in the world. If you're shooting 20, 25%, 30% from the field or from three, you're not gonna have a really good offense here. So point to improve there for the Harimau Malaysia team.
Okay, what's my name?
And halftime almost over here. There's just about 7 minutes left to go. And both teams here will be waiting to see what happens. It's been a good game so far, and we hope that the Malaysian team will be able to stay in this tournament, stay in this game here to provide us with some exciting entertainment here today for a fairly packed Toa Payoh Stadium. Once again, we'd like to shout out these sponsors for the Southeast Asia Women Basketball League here. Our Mandiri Bank, the title sponsor of the Southeast Asian Women's Basketball League, the FIBA for the official sanction, Molten as the official ball of the Basketball League, Court Divas for our official media partner here, Sports SG, and Tote Boards for as our sports partner here, and so many more sponsors that has made this possible here. We'll go to the ads and we'll be back in a very short while.
Ketemu lagi sama Livia. Nah, dia lagi miss banget nih sama fitur baru di Livin by Mandiri. Livin suka. Mau cek mutasi rekening, sekalian nyari destinasi keren buat healing. Abis investasi, langsung bisa beli voucher game biar mabar makin yoi. Abis top up e-wallet, bisa top up kuota streaming drakor tanpa ribet. Kelar transfer, bisa cus beli tiket konser. Dengan fitur baru, Livin Suka, kamu makin bisa suka-suka tanpa pindah aplikasi sini-situ. Livin Suka, bikin yang kamu suka jadi makin easy.
Is your child scared of public speaking?
Boost their confidence and help them speak well at Speech Academy Asia. Our locations are: call us for a free trial now.
Hello and welcome back to the live stream here. We have a special guest next to us here, the Deputy Chief of Mission, the Vice Ambassador of the Indonesian Embassy, Mr. Solistio Jati Ismoyo.
Yeah.
Welcome to Singapore. You've been here for quite a while already, and welcome to the Southeast Asian Women's Basketball League. Obviously, we want to thank you for our support, for your support being here, watching the game here. And I want to kind of ask, what do you think of the game so far? What do you think of the game so far?
Oh, the game is very, very tight game. Yeah, our team, elite Indonesia, they play very well. Yeah. Today they are very offensive.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, from the score, we have already 30.
Yep.
And we'll have Malaysian team.
Yep.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hope that until the end of the game,
it can stay this way.
Yeah.
It can stay this way.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, we can be sure that you're supporting the Indonesian elite team, right? Do you have any encouragement to say to the girls on the floor? Feel free to say it in Bahasa Indonesia, you know. Do you have any encouragement for the girls on the floor at the moment?
Sure. I give them the support. We are here with our team from the embassy.
Okay.
From the embassy, and we of course support our team to win.
Yes.
Yeah. You know that from they play we see today. We are sure that they are going to be the winner.
Yes,
today.
of course. They're playing really well on the court here.
Yes,
last
sure.
question for you, Mr. Ismoyo. Who's your favorite player on the Indonesia elite team? Do you have one?
Yeah, I don't know the name, but the number 21.
Number 21, Natania CO.
Yeah, she's very, what is it? Very accurate, yeah.
Yes.
With the long shoot.
Yes, long shoot is her long range shooting is definitely very good. Thank you very much once again for being here and supporting Southeast Asian Women Basketball League. You know, it's always good to see guys up there, you know, concerned about the leagues here. So I think that's all the time we do have here. Thank you for being here and hope you guys enjoy the game and good luck to Indonesia. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you very much here to Mr. Solistijo Jati Ismoyo. And we'll look to resume the game fairly shortly. Fairly shortly here as it's just about 2 minutes left to tip off. And great news here. So we'll wish all the best to the Indonesian fans against all my best instincts as a Malaysian here. But yeah, great job to the guys at the embassy, Indonesian embassy here in Singapore here. So once again, you're with us, Ming, on the mic, as well as my commentary partner and a very experienced guy in the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League, Mr. Brian Yee here. Brian, give us a preview for the second half coming up soon.
I kind of lose focus a little bit because of the crowd. The games that's being played by the MC is so nice. I wish that I was the audience right now. I want to win some prizes. You know, they get a chance to win a little bit of the official SWBL t-shirt here at Scene. So don't lose your chance. You still have one more day to come on down tomorrow to Toa Payoh Stadium for you in order to have a chance to win an official SWBL t-shirt. Got some keychains as well. Exactly. It's really, really cute, and it was really nice because the mixture of the colors of pink and blue is just something that's so prominent. You can see from afar. So I want to get myself. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna be the audience tomorrow.
Hey, please don't do that, man. I need you here. But great show here for the Malaysian team and the Indonesian team here. 30-21 is the score at halftime. If you need a reminder, we hope that you're back and not away from your TV screens at the moment, as both teams get ready to get back onto the court to continue this second half of basketball in what has been a fairly interesting game of runs here. Harimau Malaysia taking on the Indonesian elite team right here in Singapore.
Just a 9-point game. Remember the first game that they played against the Thailand Snipers, they were up by 9 in the first quarter, and then double-digit win for Snipers. So definitely Malaysia get a lot of chance to try and flip this story over into their favor.
Yeah, quick foul there by the Indonesian elite team. I think Priscilla Karen is the one who picked that foul up. Will be sideline inbounds here for the Malaysian team. A very familiar set play from the inbounds. Nikki saw to Chong Yin Yin, who fires immediately as she gets it. Bobo tried to knock it off the other player there, but Kalai will get it inside the paint. No good there. Good defense by Priscilla Karen. Indonesia elite trying to get out on the break. Pratita Chita thought about going into the post to Uni. And does go to Uni now. Fires from deep. Just a little bit short on that one. Nikki Ball in her hands. Thought about the bounce pass there, but will get it back. Looking for a handoff to Bobo. She's been a bit quiet here today. Kalai caroused that loose ball there. And Pei Ling thought she got the foul there, but no call from the referee. Cross-court pass by Indonesia. Pratita. Yet another cross-court pass. Agustis Elia to Clarita Antonio. No good from deep. And the hold there on Nikki Saw will prevent the Malaysian fast break. Will be a sideline inbounds there as the foul from Nikki, disrupting the good defense by Malaysia so far. Indonesian sidelines inbounds. Gets a pick there from Priscilla Karen. And mid-range jumper, no good. And Karen somehow comes up with the board. Uni finds her running mate there. Gets the ball tapped out of bounds.
Now she's very lucky she's not called a 3-second offensive violation there by Priscilla Karen. A little bit too long in the paint area. Referee letting it run out a little bit. Although the pass is intended for her down the low block. So they got away with that call.
Yep. And Indonesia back on offense here. 3 seconds on the clock. Karen unable to get it go. Yin Yin now leading the break. Gets it to Tan Sin Jie. Tan Sin Jie looking to attack middle. Will use the screen by Kalai. Pivots. Finds Yin Yin. Will want a screen to get herself going here again. Hard screen by Kalai and Yin Yin. No good there. Second chance for Malaysia though. Bobo three-pointer knocks it down. What a shot by Yap Fuk Yi.
Second chance points, story of the day for Indonesia, but this time in the favor of Malaysia. Do you actually believe that that is their first offensive rebound and Fuk Yi managed to drill that 3-point? That's going to be costly for Indonesia.
Yeah, Yap Fuk Yi not having a great game, a quiet game so far for one of Malaysia's key players here. And a foul called on the floor right there.
Now the only reason why Fuk Yi is having a quiet game because they always had Adelaide, one of their best defender, on her every time she's on the floor, but this time Lady is on the bench, so assignment is being handed to Augustine this time in order to try and contest every shot or every intended pass that's going to her.
Exactly, and the only way to defend a great shooter is to deny them the ball there. And Yap Fuk Yi definitely take advantage of her height there. Boxing out. Getting the rebound is Harimau Malaysia. Fuk Yi thought about the full court pass. Will take it slow this time. Let's see her get into offensive gear here. Sin Jie driving to the paint. Will draw the foul here. First sign of life for the Malaysia's young player.
This is something that they want to expect from Sin Jie right here. When she goes into the national game, you always see her playing the style like LeBron James, always going into the paint, not afraid of traffic and contact, but not too much whenever she suits up for the Malaysia team. So this is a good sight, and hopefully one too many to come.
And you know, Tan Sin Jie, also a 3x3 player to start, has represented Malaysia on that side of things. And trying to learn the game of 5x5 as well now. Knocking down 2 at the free throw line is definitely a good sign, giving her confidence here. Player that Malaysia has great hopes upon. Indonesia. We'll go to Agustin Elia again. Ball handler. Clarita Antonio. Thought about firing there. We'll go to Uni Angriani. Angriani! Right there.
Now that's the call that will never be missed. A lot of shuffle step. I believe that's about 3 shuffle step that she took before she started to pound down the defense. That's an easy call.
And a great job by Yap Fuk Yi there. Tan Sin Jie though driving to the lane, trying to finish in traffic. Kalai will get the offensive board. Yin Yin thinking about the tree. Up fake, goes to the rim. No good there.
Foul is being called off on the ground before the motion, so side ball.
Chong Yin Yin Unlucky not to have gotten the shooting foul there. And Malaysia trying to fight their way back into this. Prying open that door. Xinjie. To Bobo in the corner. Bobo driving middle. Fade away. Can't get it to go. And a nice read by Chong Yin Yin. Still can't get it to go. Third opportunity here. Lee Pei Ling knocks it down now from the mid-range area.
Second chance points once again. The second offensive rebound being corralled here by the Malaysian team, which converts a 4-point total.
And great defense there played by Malaysia, crowding out Priscilla Karen. And it will stay with Indonesia though, possession, despite the spirited Malaysian defense.
They gotta watch themselves here. As you can see, the score is slowly climbing a little bit closer into the favor. Momentum riding onto Malaysia.
Malaysia playing his own defense here. And Priscilla Karen fakes left, shoots right. Xinjie, the playmaker of the team so far, will draw another foul. And Indonesia already with 3 team fouls so far in the game, in the quarter. Pratita Chita just being a little bit too aggressive there. (31-28). Malaysia has made this a one-possession game here. And Bobo trying to get them back into it. Looking for Kalai in the post. Xinjie driving middle. 3-second violation there called by the referee.
That's the first one. It's Kalai this time. You know, escaped one time before this play for the Indonesia Elite. However, a little bit unlucky this time. The referee spotted it, counted 3, and next thing you know, whistle blow.
And the ball goes into the high post. Kalai with the denial there. Now it's a 3-on-3 break. Bobo leading the way. What an adjustment midair by Yap Fok Yi.
Timeout here to stop the run. What a redeem effort there by Kalai. She committed the turnover on the other end, coming back with the steal, dishes up front court. You can see on the highlight play. Man, what a finish there by Yap Fok Yi.
And an 8-0 run in this second half will get Malaysia within 1 point of the Indonesia Elite team. Coach Sophia Lin has a tough task to motivate her players now. But as we take a look at this highlight, look at this adjustment here by Yap Fok Yi from Harimau, Malaysia.
That's the weight room practice there with SFL to produce those kind of hang time.
100%. And we do have a look at the head coach of Harimau, Malaysia, Tracy Yok, talking through some plays here for the Harimau, Malaysia team.
Things are actually looking pretty well right now for the Tigers. They got to be happy looking up to the scoreboard. They were down almost double digit. They were 9 points down, but now it's just a 1-point game with a lot of time left here in this third quarter, and they still got another 10 more minutes in that final quarter.
Exactly. You know, basketball is a game of runs, you know. Momentum swings one way and then the other. So Indonesia will look to wrestle back the momentum so far. And the 2-3 zone defense of Malaysia bearing fruits here. As Indonesia look to attack here. Calling out the set plays, Adelaide Kalista will get it to Henny Sugiono. 3-pointer, still no good. Ayu Sriyatar comes down with the old board. Sugiono, nice pass to Ayu. Great ball movement here by Indonesia Elite. And Malaysia will come down with the board this time. Ball tossed ahead. Finding an open girl. Tan Xinjie tries to get a first 3-pointer to go. As it will go Indonesia's way. Called by crew chief of the game.
Not much smile on the face of head coach Sophia Lin today. So still not satisfied with the performance of Indonesia Elite that's being showcased here.
Yep. And once again, Indonesia trying to break this 2-3 press. Gets the offensive board. Dia Lestari, no good there. Sinjie pushing the pace. Looking at her options. Sinjie swings it over. It stays with Malaysia.
Last touch by a lady. Great hands right there to try to go for an interception. Almost comes up with the steal. Fok Yi just retracts her hand a little bit to not at least even attempt to corral that ball.
Lee Pei Ling has had a great game so far, doing a lot of the dirty work here, and Magdalene Lau will come back in. Indonesia tries to deny that post-entry pass into Bobo. But Malaysia will earn themselves yet another sideline inbounds opportunity.
Magdalene Low back onto the lineup after having foul troubles in the first half. So they need her to contribute from the shooting department. You know, Chong Yin Yin has had a great first half, but not too much happening here in the second half. Great adjustment being made by the Indonesian elite to stop that hot hand.
And we'll take a look at the set play here. It goes inbounds into Tan Sinjie. Sinjie can't find any space. Offensive foul called on the floor. Bobo being a little bit too handsy.
As we go to the replay here, brought to you by Mandiri, as we go a little bit slow-mo to retrack a little bit. Not much problem for Sinjie right there, just trying to make the right read. She was shocked as well to be to see that call being called against the Indonesian elite team.
Yeah. Shot by Dia Lestari is no good, but Harimau Malaysia has got to focus on the rebounds here. But a traveling violation bails them out. Dia Lestari.
Now, this is the few things that will affect your plus minus in the stats department. You know, you get the shot out from the 3-point, you get your own rebound, but immediately you committed a turnover. That's going to be a -2 on your efficiency.
There you go. Malaysia looks to Sinjie. Sinjie, jab step. Look to get the ball back here. Gets another screen, driving inside. Yin Yin fires the left-handed tree. Is good from the corner.
Chong Yin Yin, another fist bump once again. That's 7 points already for the guard.
She wrestles back the lead for Malaysia here, and Indonesia has a tough task here. Ayu tries the short jumper to tie the game back up.
That's the shot that they have been looking for. Ayu has 4 points under her belt, but a lot of rebounds for the Indonesia elite team.
And Malaysia, turns the ball over here. Will be a backcourt violation for Yap Fok Yi, who dribbled it off her own foot.
Now the defense is starting to wake up for Indonesia elite team as they score as tied. You know, they had a comfortable lead in the halftime break. But just a little shock here to see Malaysia clawing their way back. And I think right now they are all full metal to the pedal once again. They let off their foot off the pedal a little bit starting from the break.
And quick substitutions here for head coach Tracy York. Fu Kiki and Nikki Saw checking back into the game. Ball almost stripped away there for Indonesia, and knocking down the three-pointer is Lady Kalista. Same play called by Chong Yin Yin. Handoff in the corner. Magdalene looking for Kiki. This is a good matchup here. Magdalene will fire from deep. Ooh.
And foul called away from the ball as the referee will signal out 2 shots. So number 9, that's Ayu Sriartha, picking up that personal foul after a shot coming in from Magdalene.
Will be her second foul of the game here, as a lot of off-ball fouls committed in this one, and that one will actually put Fu Xueying at the line here, with the team being in the bonus.
It's all about hustle play, you get tangled up here and there a little bit, but sometimes a little unnecessary contact always gets penalized. So great job for the referees to actually not lose sight on that to protect the players.
Yep. Kiki knocking down that first one there. We'll have a second one go in as well. The number 24. A 1-3-1 press here by the Malaysian team. And falling back into that 2-3 zone, but leaving a shooter open here. Kalai trying to get the defensive board. Ayu Ball knocked out of her hands, and it goes the other way. Great hustle by Malaysia.
That's a +1 for offensive rebound in Ayu Sriatha's stats. Although she might not be able to corral that ball, but a great effort to get her efficiency up.
Living up to the Asian name there, the calculator. So Kiki handing off it to Nikki Saw. Nikki to Yin Yin, who has been a great shooter so far. Kicks it back out. Extra pass. 3-pointer, no good. Great effort by Nikki there. Lady Kalista leading the break. Great suffocating defense by Harimau Malaysia. Full Kiki looking for Nikki Saw. Finds an open Yin Yin, who has been hot the whole game. Can't knock it down there. And Indonesian with the last touch there. Ball still stays with Malaysia.
Referee giving a last warning to head coach Tracy York to stay in her zone and not cross that line, or else it's going to be a technical in the next time. 1-point game. So this is a seesaw battle between these two teams now. Things are getting interesting here in the second half.
Yeah, I love the intensity from this Harimau Malaysia team. Chong Yin Yin again with the 3-pointer. How many has she hit already in this game?
With that, gives her 11 points, 2 out of 3 from downtown.
She's been so hot throughout all these games. It seems like she's been doing more than ask of her. But Magdalene Lau on the defensive side. Again, Malaysia with that 2-3 zone. Ayu throws it away. And Nikki slowing it down, trying to find the open man. One-on-one in the post. Kalai has to go to work here. Cross-court pass will be deflected or not. It will go Indonesia's way this time.
That pass was a little bit too strong, and we thought that it was a tip, but unfortunately there was no tip at all, and here comes Lady on the offense.
There you go. Indonesia still facing a difficult decision. Can't break the press as of yet. Dia Lestari will fire from deep. Kalai grabs hold of the ball, gets it to Kiki. Nikki settles her team down. Will call a play here, the thumb play. 19 seconds left. They don't need to rush this possession here. Rejects the screen, does Nikki. Hand off to Chong Yin Yin. Yin Yin will fire, puts up a prayer, almost gets it to go in. And a quick foul there with 3 seconds left on the game clock in this third quarter.
Are they in the penalty? I believe so.
I do think that's their 4th team foul of their game, so maybe a great foul there to stop the transition by Chong Yin Yin.
Yeah, with Henny Sojuno running the fast break, they have numbers. So it was a 4 and 3 on the fast break, so I would say it's a smart foul.
Yeah, so really good foul. Dia Lestari will fire to try and get back the lead. Kalai grabs the rebound to wrap up the third quarter. 38-36 is the score at the end of 3 with 1 more to go. Malaysia somehow getting back the momentum and leading in this one.
The offensive is clicking for the Malaysia team. Confidence is building slowly, bit by bit. Especially when you have a lead here at the end of the third quarter, you got to believe that, hey, this is possible for us to win this. Although we're down early, but we have clawed our way back, so we just need to keep going and just maintaining this energy.
And a lot of that has got to go on Chong Yin Yin leading the team here with 12, 13 points here so far for Harimau Malaysia. As we go to a little bit of advertisement breaks here. You're watching the SWBL.
Transfer bulanan udah dicet nih.
Nenek lupa PIN. Dicatat di mana ya?
Pakai Livin, intip saldo, nggak perlu PIN. Cepet kan?
Kok cuma transfer segini?
Welcome back to the game here. Fourth quarter of action. Final quarter of the day here at the Southeast Asian Women's Basketball League. You're watching the game between the Indonesia Elite as well as Harimau Malaysia. This is Ming on the mic as well as Brian Yi here from Singapore as Dia, my bad, Yuni Grani knocks down the three-pointer from the corner to get Indonesia back into this game. Hand off to Tan Sin Jie. Sin Jie to Mag. Back to her. 3-second violation, I believe, again.
Referee tried to stop the little chatter there by the players. You know, they've listened enough, so a call is being made. So just go with it and on to the next play.
And you know, Malaysia has done so well with their 2-3 defense here, outscoring the Indonesians 17-6 in that third quarter. Clarita Antonio, though, says a zone is no problem for me.
2 shots from the downtown range from the same spot on the left flank.
Magdalene on the wing trying to look for a backdoor cutter there, but throws it away into oblivion instead. 41-38 now the score. Indonesia with the lead back again. 2 big shots for Indonesia to start the fourth. Agustis Elia gets the ball on the 3-point line. Can't knock that one down, but Uni Angriani with the second chance opportunity. Uni momentarily left open. Clarita Antonio, long three. Collected by Kalai there. Singjie calling out the play here. Settle her team down. Singjie all the way to the basket, almost missing, almost making it there. Indonesia out in transition now. Long cross-court pass. Singjie defending up top. Kiki. Clarita Antonio fakes the three. Too strong on that shot right there, and it will be a shot clock violation.
Now, like what's being made by Singjie, because you can see, even though she knows that it's going to be just a one-pass offense, but she's attacking the paint. You can see the collapse in the defense is going to sound to an open shooter eventually in one of the plays. So it's all about being patient and just keep doing what she's doing. I think she's doing an amazing job right now.
Yeah, and Singjie definitely has that quick first step here. So does Lee Pei-Ling as well. But Kalai Mati just loses there, unable to hold on to the ball as it goes out for Indonesia inbounds.
Back-to-back adjustments being made by Tracy Yort. She has given the green light in order for you to drive into the paint. Now, although it might be a turnover on that previous play, but with that drive, that pass has opened up 2 players on the shooter on the 45 angle on the left side, and also the player that's behind Kalai actually.
3-pointer by Pratita Chita, no good. Tapped out by Kalai there, and it will be a foul on the floor. Chia Man Yi will be called for the foul.
Very smart move here by Augustine. You know, noticing that she had a hand on her and just selling that foul a little bit as the referee awards her.
Indonesia back on offense. Agustin Elia with the nice separation there, but no finish. Pei-Ling getting up the court. Will get a screen from Kalai. Kalai Three-pointer no good for Pei Ling. Transition is Indonesian. Agustin Elia fires from 3, knocking it down.
Quick timeout to stop the game here by Tracy York after back-to-back 3-pointers from the Indonesia elite team. That's a lot of energy going into the bench there by the INA.
Yeah, they have not shot well from the 3-point line so far, but it's starting to fall for them now again. And this now renders the 2-3 zone a little bit ineffective here for the Harimau Malaysian team.
Now they have to come up with a much better defensive strategy after those red-hot bombs that they were firing from the Indonesian team. You can see Keiko Sofia all fired up. They want their player to come on back and show their authority here late in the stretch. They need to be clutch, so this is not the time for you to shy away from the limelight. You have to step up to the game, take the biggest shot, take the biggest foul. This is the time, and there's no time for them to actually be small.
Yeah, definitely not. You know, and it's paying off the both strategy, living or dying by the 3-pointer there by Indonesia Elite. And every single player can shoot the 3 now. It does seem in this era of basketball here. Head coach Tracy York making adjustments for the Harimau Malaysia team. And just 7 minutes left in the game so far. It's been a close one so far. Indonesia only leading by 6 here. Harimau Malaysia has done a great job trying to stay in the game so far. And we'll see what head coach Tracy York has drawn up here. Nikki Saw will bring the ball up. Kalai. Pressured by Priscilla Karen. Very aggressive defense here by Indonesia. And Priscilla Karen will be called for the foul here. Third of the game.
A little push off there by Kalai. You know, Karen thought that she got fouled, but the whistle was going the other way.
Bobo on the inbounds pass. Pei Ling momentarily left open. Nikki Saw will fire from deep, way short. Indonesia now going out in transition. Losing the ball is Uni Anggrani. And Kalai, oh, just couldn't finish in transition. Bobo will get back the ball though. Kalai will settle it down now for Malaysia. Manyi thought about the 3-pointer. Losing the ball again, this time in transition here. Indonesia, no good. And a foul call at the last minute there.
That's a little off there by Cheetah. You know, we expect her to actually go a little bit more full head of steam, but instead she slowed down off the spin move. You can see right here, trying to go a little bit on the off-step layup. Now, she couldn't believe that she didn't put that in because that is supposed to be an easy layup for her, and this could be a 3-point opportunity for her in order to extend this lead.
Yeah, great analysis there. Pratita Cheetah at the line will knock down the first one. But a great spin move by Pratita Cheetah just then to get herself wide open. Has 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist here. Will make it 6 here after the 2 made free throws. Singjae driving up the court. Whoa, slow it down. Yin Yin firing from deep. No good. Elia losing the ball, but getting back in control is Indonesia. Clarita Antonio, Uni almost losing that. Priscilla Karen, almost the N1 opportunity. She will earn her trip to the free throw line though. That's the weight room in effect there.
The bench is holding on to their breath as she hoisted up that ball way above the board. You can see just a little unlucky as he hits the front rim. But, however, she will go to the line to shoot 2, yet to free from the free throw line. So hoping to continue that streak.
Priscilla Karen knocking down that first free throw, and with the second one here, she might extend this into a double-digit lead for the Indonesian Elite. 6 points and 6 rebounds so far for Priscilla Karen.
Still continue the streak, being perfect at the charity stripe for Priscilla Karen. She has a very big contribution in this team. Although she might be in foul trouble, but she has done everything that she can in order to help build this lead for this Indonesia Elite team.
And a quick foul there by Indonesia Elite, not even 10 seconds into the play there by Harimau Malaysia. And sideline inbounds here for Harimau Malaysia. Sing Jie with the ball up top. We'll find Yin Yin going into Kiki. Kiki draws the shooting foul there on Uni Angriani. Great move by Fu Kiki.
Can you believe that Kiki is actually just only attempting her second field goal of the entire game with this move right here?
Wow, second field goal of the game. And she's actually a really good post presence for the Malaysian team. But, you know, perhaps the Indonesian defense deterring her off her shots.
They're feeling 3 big men right now, with the advantage of Clarita Antonio being able to play the outside spot. So definitely much more size is on the side of the Indonesia Elite team.
And Fu Kiki stays perfect at the line here, making 6 of 6 at the line right now. Indonesia with their high-octane offense. Corner 3 for Pratita Chita, knocking it down. Celebrates with her teammates.
Now this is a dangerous run right here for Indonesia Elite. You know, when they get their head full of steam for their shooters, this is not a good sign for the opponent. They want to try and contest a little bit more outside.
Way too strong there by Tan Sin Jie on that 3-point attempt. And it's an 11-point lead for Indonesia. Chita thought about the 3 again. Elya gets it inside. Great cross there by Pratita. Gets it blocked. Fu Kiki comes up with her own rebound there. We'll take it slower. Finds a point guard there. Kiki wanting the handoff to Bobo. Bobo pivoting around, trying to get past the defense of Harimau Malaysia. Almost throwing it out of bounds. Sing Jie will have to put up a shot and adjust in midair to get it to go.
First basket for Sin Jie in this tournament. So welcome to the scoreboard, Tan Sin Jie for Season 2.
Welcome, welcome indeed. As Malaysia once again in that 1-3-1. Agustin Elya to Dewa Ayu. Ayu thought she lost the ball there. Driving on the floor, throwing it away. Finally, Sin Jie to Kalai. Kalai showing off her handles. Going all the way to the rim. No good there. Almost a highlight for Kalai Mati Rajantiran.
Oh, the referee's going to try and to keep everything under control right now. The referee waving off. Please play on with no unnecessary contact. You can see both players tangled up right there. Ayu versus Yap Fok Yi. They're very fortunate to not being called a double foul call on that play, which will cost either team to go to the line for a technical foul.
Yeah, for sure. And we take a look at this highlights here so far. The Indonesian team has the momentum in the fourth quarter now. Just under 4 minutes of play left in this game. They're leading by 9. A timeout called by Harimau Malaysia. They will have about 2 more left in this one as they try to get their first win here in the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League's pre-SEA Game tune-ups.
Now in this late stretch right here, you can see like 3 minutes left on the game clock. This is a game of math right now. This is where you put your stats team in play as a coaching staff. It's all voiced down to a total number of possessions that you are allowed to have in the entire quarter with the time left. How do you hold it? Do you go immediately to a foul in order to stop? Do you go with a full court press coming off a score, or do you just play it out slow? With 4 3-pointers being made already for the Indonesia team that consists of 12 points, just like that, you might score a lot from lay-ins and also some uncontested turnaround mid-range. But 4 3-pointers, man, that's a big hole to climb out of.
And the coach Sophia Lin putting in Natanya C.O. We can see her walk onto the floor along with Ayu Sriyatar and Priscilla Karen here. Both coaches going to be really crucial down the stretch here for both their teams. As we take a look here at what head coach Tracy York has drawn up for the Harimau Malaysia team. A little bit of a different look here in the baseline inbounds play.
Now it changed up a little bit. Now the size is in the advantage of the Malaysia team, as you have 3 guards on the floor.
Oh, spin move there by Fuki Ki. And an awkward shot, but made it anyway. Ball passed into the corner. Will go to Natania CO. Henny Sugiono, 3-pointer in and out. Kalai grabs the rebound. Sinjie looking for the handoff back. Fuki Ki will fire from deep. No good. And Indonesia will slow things down. Finally, they can hold on to possession here as long as they want to draw out the clock a little bit.
I can't remember the last 3-pointers being made by the Malaysian team. I think the last one that I can remember right at the top of my head is Chong Yin Yin in the first half.
Priscilla Karen knocks down the long-range jumper. And it will be a 10-point lead for Indonesia yet again. So the Indonesian players stepping up big time here in the clutch. But there's still time on the clock. Fuki Ki earns herself a foul. Tried to make the basket as well.
Foul call number 10. So picking up another personal foul for Priscilla Karen. So she still have one more foul to give before she gets sent to the bench with foul trouble.
Dangerous situation here, but Coach Sophia Lin opts to stay with Priscilla Karen instead of subbing her off. Subbing off Ayu Sriyatar instead for Dia Lestari, another big body in the game for Indonesia.
I think when you have a cushion of a 10-point lead here late in this stretch, I think you would weigh the risk to play Priscilla Karen a little bit more. Just try to stretch out a little bit more contribution from her. She's been doing really well in this game, and wonderful job for a big man like her.
So Fu Xuet Ying, after going 6 for 6 in the game from the charity stripe, missed 2 there. Natania CO wisely backs it out. Sugiono looking for an option. Natania fires from deep. Oh, wide open, but totally missed the basket there.
Hey, those are either momentum makers or momentum breakers. Natania Ko had a pretty good shooting half in the first half, knocking down 2 from the 3-point stripe. So I wouldn't be surprised that she wanted to try that shot.
Yeah, but probably just a little bit too cold coming off the bench there. Yap Fok Yi. Back to Yin Yin. Firing, no good. She has been hot so far in this game. Natania swings the ball around. Sugiono looking for a teammate. Great ball movement by Indonesia.
Timeout being called by Tracy York. Wow, what a beautiful play by Indonesia Elite. That is exactly how you play team basketball.
Yeah, and the Harimau Malaysia team can't afford to get 2 down right here. This is still a salvageable deficit. 12 points with 137. I've seen better comebacks than this.
This is a game of math once again. So once you get the ball, if you're Indonesia Elite, you do not need to rush it. Like for me, I would run out the clock as much as I can, but this is a different story here. You can see the ball touch 4 players before the attempted shot right there. That's just beautiful team basketball by Indonesia Elite.
Yeah, you know, and the players know it as well, you know. Dia Lestari was pointing to her teammate Priscilla Karen there, thanking her for that wonderful setup to get her that basket. And the Indonesia Elite, a 12-point lead here, going into the final 137 of the game. Once again, Southeast Asian Women Basketball League action happening right here at the Toa Payoh Stadium in Singapore. Do leave your comments down in the YouTube live stream. And go follow us on the Instagram at CWBL. That's at SEAWBL here. We still have one more day of action as Malaysia will take on the Thailand Snipers in a tough game for them tomorrow, trying to topple the kings of this pre-SEA Games tune-ups. Do remember to hashtag SWBL, hashtag Our Dream Our League, and hashtag MandiriXSWBL on any social media content you post online, and have a chance to get featured by one of our social media accounts. So Yin Yin firing for deep. Oh, long three for Chong Yin Yin.
That was a very brave shot there by Chong Yin Yin. You know, they have a mismatch down low. Natania CO was defending Kalai. She waved off that pass, went for the three-pointer, and made that. Actually went to profitable make there by Chong Yin Yin.
Exactly. Yin Yin has been hot in this game so far. Traveling violation for the Indonesian team. So Malaysia trying to stay in it here. 47-56, 9-point deficit here. 3 3-pointers will make up the difference.
Hey, Coach Sophia Lin, no timeout being called. Gonna let the team run it off. They're gonna let them think a little bit and try to handle this tough situation that they're facing.
Brian, I want to get your opinion now. Overtime or no overtime? Think about it and let me know. Chong Yin Yin handing the ball off. Kiki to Kalai. Bobo, not someone you want to leave open at the 3-point line.
Now this is going to be interesting. Right after this made shot, if Indonesia Elite make this shot, if you're a Malaysia team, once you score another basket, you're going to go straight into a foul, or you're going to run out the time.
Sugiono almost traveled there. Priscilla Karen spinning, and Kalai will get the rebound here. Got to push the pace now. Kiki with the ball in the front court. Nice pass there. The Chia Man Yi tries to finish it. Does so. 30 seconds left. Timeout called by Coach Sophia Lin of Indonesia Elite.
This is a beautiful timeout right here. I know Coach Sophia knows this style of play from Malaysia Harimau. They're going to force a quick foul here to stop the game with a team foul with 3 more. So 1 more foul for the Malaysia team in order to get the game clock on their side to stop the game with every single foul. So they're going to expect a quick foul here. So they want to field their best free throw shooters on the floor coming in to finish out this final stretch.
And perhaps a great timeout called even to just get her team ready for anything that the head coach Trey Siok may be able to draw up in this team huddle right here.
Now on that last possession, you got Kiki and I forgot who's the one that's when Manyi was doing the layup. They kind of slow down a little bit on the offense. If you are the Malaysia team, you want to go straight at the basket because time is definitely not your friend right now. Yep. But Kiki kind of slowed down with her step a little bit before she managed to find the cutting player that's driving down the middle lane. So that's a pretty costly 2 to 3 seconds right there by the decision making by Fukiki in the late stretch.
For sure, every second counts in this late game situation here. Just under 30 seconds left in this game, and what has been a very close game here. Tell us if you're enjoying this one. It's been the closest game so far in the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League pre-SEA game tune-ups.
Same 5 for the Malaysian team and also for the Indonesia team. Henny Sugiono back onto the court. They need that hustle play. They need to get some stop. A lot of people that can handle the ball for Indonesia Elite right here.
Henny Sugiono will be the inbounder here as Indonesia chooses to advance the ball into the front court. Natania will make use of the full 14. Hele Wong Sohajo driving to the basket. Can't get it to go. Malaysia's got to push the pace. Bobo will look to get the ball to Kalai. Kalai's got to put it up. And one by Chia Man Yi. Will keep Malaysia alive, but 6 seconds on the clock. Not a lot they can do.
That was a mismatch right there by Kalai versus Natania Cole, but very fortunate that Manyi actually managed to get the ball back with that pass. So right now, Malaysia has a chance to make this a 3-point play to bring them back to a game, a 4-point game with 6 seconds, so they need a quick foul. Yep. 3 team foul for Malaysia, so they still need to do a really, really quick foul with no time shaven off.
Yet another timeout called by the head coach of the Indonesian Elite team, Sophia Lin.
This is a smart timeout call. You know why? Because once you call this timeout, you get to bring the ball right up to the half-court line in order to bring the ball away from your basket. Even though a quick foul is going to come, you're still going to open the ball on the other side of the court. So this is amazing, amazing strategy here by Swbl.
Yeah, but once again, we got to talk about the court awareness or the clock awareness of the Harimau Malaysia players. You spoke about, Fu Xueying taking 2 to 3 seconds off that game clock. And on that play right there, Kalaimati perhaps, taking even more seconds off the game clock here. Precious seconds that they couldn't afford to give up.
But talk about that N1 play right there by Man Yi. Definitely one of the most clutch shot that I have seen from a women's basketball point of view.
So just about 7 seconds left. Malaysia will have to foul twice to force Indonesia Elite to the line.
And don't forget, they need to get a stop first.
Yeah.
Same 5 for the Malaysia team. Same 5 for the Indonesia team. Oh, a little swap there with Dea Lestari back onto the floor.
Yeah, don't turn off your streams just yet. 7 seconds left on the clock. Always available for a miracle to happen here. And a foul immediately by Fu Kiki. As the ball will stay on the floor. 1 second off the shot clock there.
This is going to be a game of free throws right after this foul being committed once again by Fu Kiki, trying to get that foul call. A little too late, shaved off 2 seconds.
Priscilla Karen just trying to keep away there from the Malaysian players. As you can see, just running away from Fu Kiki there. So
it's a hot potato game right now.
Yeah. Priscilla Karen now will have to make these 2 free throws here. Clutch one there for the Indonesian veteran.
You can see that Priscilla Karen is looking to the head coach Swbl. Is she planning to make this, or is she given the signal to miss it on purpose to try and draw the game?
It will be interesting what the decision will be. She knocks it down. No timeouts remaining. Yin Yin will go forward, throws it up. Oh, almost gets it to go, but that will be the end of the game here. In an exciting one between the Indonesian Elite and the Harimau Malaysia. 58-52 is your final score of the game. Indonesia Elite will take this one right here. Southeast Asian Women Basketball League, as both teams go 1-1 in these pre-SEA games tune-up.
Is it going to be a possible where every team is tied up tomorrow in the final game? Because right now, Indonesia has 1 win. You got Malaysia with 1 win as well. Oh, Thailand has 2 wins already.
So Malaysia will have to cause an upset tomorrow if they, want things to get tied up there.
Yes. But I think they do have the weapons to do so. They just need to have the right mentality going into it. I think wonderful effort today going together with this Indonesia team. Just a little bit more well-prepared, a little bit more well-paced for the Indonesian team to knock down those big shots down the leg stretch in the 4th quarter, as you can see on your screen right now. Just 3-point barrage. It's like a shooting practice out there in the 4th quarter for the Indonesian Elite team.
It is, and she's been so instrumental for this Indonesian team going down the stretch here. But it's been a great game here so far. 6-point game between the Indonesian Elite and Harimau Malaysia, as we will have the post-game interview coming up next. So stay tuned with us as we stay with you here. Do remember there will be 2 more games tomorrow, and tomorrow our games will start at 5 p.m. as we have the Harimau Malaysia taking on the Sniper Thailand team at 5 p.m. tomorrow, whereas at 7 p.m. at night we will have Indonesia Elite and the Singapore Lions taking on each other in the game. Do stay tuned, as we do have a special guest coming tomorrow on the to the SWBL competition here at the Toa Payoh Stadium. So we'll cut to ads in just a bit and get ready for a post-game interview.
Cek, 1, 2, 3, cek.
Cek mulu. Udah cek fitur lengkap Livin by Mandiri belum? pakai Livin by Mandiri emang lebih asyik. Top up lewat HP, ubah transaksi jadi cicilan. Kartu hilang, no worry. Pencet Livin untuk blokir kartu. Transaksi kekinian makin praktis. Scan QRIS pakai Livin aja.
Cek, cek, cek.
Hello and welcome back to the live stream here. Sitting beside me here, we have the winning team. Well, I want to give the player of the game to Priscilla Karen here, as well as the head coach, Sophia Lin. So Priscilla, we'll start with you first. You had, not really a great game by numbers, only 12 points, second top scorer in the game, but top scorer for the Indonesia elite team. But what matters was when the points came. In the fourth quarter, you hit that big three-pointer and had that great assist to your teammate Dia Lestari. Tell me, what do you think of your performance today?
Yeah, today I just play like Sophie said. First of all, we focus on our defense, and then for offense, we learn from before. I mean, we already play against Malaysia, and then we scouting. So yeah, we just focus on defense first, and then offense, just let it flow.
Yeah, let it be natural, and it was really natural. You guys played some great team basketball, and for you, Priscilla, coming back from a injury that has kept you out, getting back in shape. How do you feel to be at this big stage again in the Southeast Asia Women Basketball League?
Yeah, First, I nervous, but yeah, I'm waiting for here back to play in Indonesia team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. No, I'm glad you're proud to be part of the Indonesian team. And if we could go to maybe Coach Sophia Lin right now. So after a tough loss yesterday against the Thailand Snipers, you come back with a win against the Malaysian team. It's been a different story, where you guys kind of not do well in the fourth quarter against Thailand. You turned up and was very clutch. I think a very good performance by your players in the fourth quarter against Malaysia. So can you tell us a little bit about what was focused on practice this morning, and what did you work on?
Actually, this morning I got mad at them because some of them didn't focus on what's our strategies, everything. So I just shouted out and woke them up, because if you are mentally not ready, I think everything, good things will not happen. So I think we learned a lot, so many things from Thailand team. So we fix our detailed things, like so many turnovers, so we didn't box out, something like that. So I think today we did a good job. I'm so proud of them.
Yes, that's definitely great. Sometimes tough love is what you need to get these players focused and winning games here today. So congratulations once again on the win here today at the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League. You guys still have one more game left against the Singapore Lions tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. What are you looking from your team in that one?
So definitely, Singapore Lion team, they are host, right? So definitely they have a good feeling of like shooting. They really get used to this core, water, everything. So I think we're gonna focus on the same things. Our priority always play good defense, team defense.
And definitely a great philosophy there. Defense wins championships here and definitely won the Indonesian elite team the game today. So thank you very much again, Coach Sophia, and thank you very much, Priscilla, for congratulations on the win today. As we will take a few minutes here and go to the full-time stats in just a bit. Full game statistics here on the screen. 58-52 is the score at the moment. Both teams not shooting particularly well. 29% to 26% for the Indonesian elite team. And very similar numbers all across the board. But Harimau Malaysia will be slightly disappointed with their free throw conversion rate here, while Indonesian elite converted 14 out of 15, only missing one. Harimau Malaysia will rule that 7 missed free throws there. If they had made them all, they would have had the lead here. And, very similar all across the board here. But Harimau Malaysia will fall 1-1 to the Indonesian elite team here. 52-58 is your final score for this game here. Don't forget to join us tomorrow again at the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League. We have 2 more games up for you starting at 5 p.m. So on behalf of my co-commentator, Brian Yee, this is Ming. And on behalf of all our production crew and all our crew that works so hard here at the Southeast Asian Women Basketball League, thank you for tuning in and see you guys tomorrow night.